Hi everyone, it's Narissa from Kitty's Apothecary, and today I wanted to talk about 3 mistakes I see when it comes to Etsy listings and whether those listings are optimized for SEO. So the first things first, what is SEO? SEO stands for search engine optimization, and why you should care about this is basically this is how people that don't know about you and your store, even if you sell on other platforms or if you sell on your own website, this is basically how people are going to find you. Online, we use tags, keywords, and a lot of those times our tags and keywords will be stashed in our listing, and that sends the strongest signals to Etsy and Google and other search engines. So the first mistake I see on Etsy is the listing titles. Essentially, I will see titles that are too vague, they're not descriptive enough, maybe they're not filling in the entire space that's provided, or they are too detailed and not broad enough, so it's not coming up in search terms. So for example, sometimes I'll see product listing titles with a name that was given to the item to match, say, a product line, but it doesn't necessarily describe what that item is. So if it's jewelry, they'll name the jewelry like the Sarah necklace, but it doesn't say whether that necklace is silver or gold and what type of materials or stones are in the item itself. The second thing I see with Etsy SEO mistakes is tags. You're not using all 13 tags that are available to you. You want to fill in all those tags, and you want to fill in as much space for the title without being too redundant. Like, you don't want to reuse the same words because that's spammy, and you'll actually hurt your results because the computer either will see it as spam or it's just taking up space that could have been used for maybe a better, stronger word that people search for to help you get found. So you want to make sure that your title and your tags have some of the same keywords, and not all of them though. You'll want to vary it up, and you'll vary it up in your tags. But your strongest, most effective keywords should be in your title and your tags. So for example, if you're selling jewelry, you would want to use the type of jewelry, like the materials, for example, whether it's silver, whether it's gold, platinum, whatever. What kind of materials are in it, as well as the base of it. Does it have pearls? Does it have crystals? Does it have semi-precious stones? That kind of thing you'll want to include in your titles and in your tags, and as well as in your description, so that the search engine knows that you're the most relevant for whatever the customer is searching in terms of silver jewelry with semi-precious pearls and that kind of jazz. Or if you're selling creams or soaps, cold pressed soap that's organic, has essential oils, that kind of jazz. And the last thing I see that people aren't really doing, especially with the newer shops, you want to have at least 5 images, but preferably 10 images. A lot of stores are maybe only including 1 or 2, and you can do yourself a great disservice by only having 1 or 2 photos on your listings. It doesn't give your customers a good enough example of the product, so that can kind of turn them off from converting from a browser to a buyer. You want to have at least 5 images, because back in the day Etsy only had enough for 5 images. Now they've expanded that. You can include up to 10 different images for your product, and you definitely want to use as many as possible without using the same images. You maybe want to include just the general photo of your image on a white background or a neutral background, and then maybe for the other photos you'll want to show the packaging, whether it's gift wrapped, as well as a couple of lifestyle shots. So if you have some lifestyle shots that you have on your Instagram or on your Facebook, you can use those to kind of fill up the space, because that sends the strongest signals to Etsy, and can rank you higher if you're using up all the space and you're providing as much information about your product so that Etsy's comfortable with showing it in front of buyers. So yeah, those are the 3 mistakes that are very, very easy to fix. You can use tools like eRank or Marmalade to figure out your titles and tags and whether they are effective for your listings. But yeah, with a couple of those tweaks, you should be seeing some sales and a lot of traffic. If you have any questions, drop it in the comments below. If this was informative and you like it, feel free to like and subscribe, and maybe even share it with some friends. Thanks so much for your time. Love you. Bye.